Welcome to South First. I am Anusha Ravi Sood and this is State of Play. The union government led by BJP under Narendra Modi's prime ministership is misusing central agencies like Income Tax Department (IT), Enforcement Directorate (ED), Central Bureau of Investigation the CBI, or National Investigation Agency the NIA to target dissenting voices, whether it is leaders of opposition parties, journalists and media houses, or civil society movements, activists, or NGOs. Now, this is one of the biggest allegations against the current dispensation. Many political parties, including those in government in different states, have accused the BJP of misusing central agencies. The latest example, at least from the south, being the strong opposition being expressed by the Bharat Rashtra Samiti party of Telangana Chief Minister Chandrashekhar Rao in connection to the Delhi excise policy case or scam investigation being carried out by ED and CBI. Another party that has voiced very strong opinions against the BJP, accusing the BJP of misusing central agencies, is the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, the central agencies have brought both these parties, the Aam Aadmi Party led by Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and the BRS of Mr. Chandrashekhar Rao, on one single platform, connecting them to one case that the central agencies deem is a multi-crore scam, the Delhi excise policy scam. Now, what is this Delhi excise policy scam? What does an excise policy of the Delhi government have to do with politicians from the south, especially from Telangana and Andhra Pradesh? And what really are the political undertones involved in this entire scenario is what we will take a look at on this episode of State of Play. In what ED and CBI describe as the Delhi excise policy or Delhi liquor policy scam, names of leaders of Arvind Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi Party, Chandrashekhar Rao's Bharat Rashtra Samiti Party, and Jagan Mohan Reddy's YSRCP party have been put in the dock. Earlier last week, Raghava Reddy, son of YSRCP MP Maggunta Srinivasulu Reddy, was arrested in connection with this case. A big arrest indeed, with central agencies with one arrest after the other indicating that they're getting closer to leaders of regional parties like AAP, YSRCP and BRS. These parties and the leaders of these parties have remained defiant, especially the BRS and the Aam Aadmi Party. And their defiance has a whole lot of political messaging behind it. But first, a quick breakdown of what this entire controversy is about. What is this alleged scam? In November 2021, the Delhi government led by Aam Aadmi Party, with the initiative of Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, implemented its new liquor policy. Under this policy, government would exit the liquor business, wholesale, retail, both, and open this up for private players. It was essentially a privatization attempt. Under this new policy, about 849 liquor vends were awarded to private players. The government withdrew from the business altogether. Delhi, as a city, as a capital, was divided into 32 zones, and 27 private players were given licenses to open liquor shops in these zones. Discount on MRP, doorstep delivery of liquor, keeping the showrooms or shops open till 3 in the morning were some of the perks that were introduced in this liquor policy. In November 2021, this policy was implemented, and in July 2022, the Chief Secretary of Delhi issues a report, submits a report to the Lieutenant Governor in which he flags what he deems major violations of rules which have given undue benefit to people getting the liquor license in Delhi. In his report, the Chief Secretary alleged that undue benefits were given to license holders or those applying for licenses in exchange of money to Aam Aadmi Party leaders, and this money was used as election fund by the Aam Aadmi Party for Punjab elections. The allegation made against the Aam Aadmi Party was that of financial quid pro quo. As soon as this report was submitted, Lieutenant Governor of Delhi ordered a CBI inquiry into the matter. On the 28th of July, Manish Sisodia withdrew this new liquor policy and reverted to the old one. By August 2022, the CBI had already registered an FIR and even conducted searches at multiple places, including Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia's house. In September, the first arrest was made in this case, that of Vijay Nair, a close associate of Manish Sisodia, who also handled Aam Aadmi Party's communications and advertisements. The very next day, the ED arrested Sameer Mahendru of Indo Spirits. Now, this Indo Spirits is the central piece to the allegation that ED and CBI have leveled against politicians and political aides from the south. Indo Spirits becomes the center point or the centerpiece of discussion about a supposed South group, which allegedly indulged in cartelization of liquor licenses in Delhi. The ED made a reference to this supposed South group for the first time in November 2022 when it submitted a remand paper in the Rouse Avenue court in New Delhi. The ED named leaders of two different political parties, YSRCP and BRS. Kavita Kalvakuntala of the BRS and YSRCP Srinivasulu Reddy, his son Raghava Reddy, also Sharath Chandra, who is a distant relative of YSRCP's MP Vijay Sai Reddy. The largest allegation against the South group made by the ED in its paper submitted to the court is that this group paid up to 100 crore rupees in advance kickbacks to leaders of Aam Aadmi Party via Vijay Nair for cartelization of liquor business in Delhi. The ED has alleged that this South group got huge stake in wholesale business of liquor in Delhi as well as licenses for retail outlets above and beyond permissible limits. According to the ED's remand report, Sameer Mahendru, the managing director of Indo Spirits, entered into a partnership with 65% stake to representatives of this South group. Now, who are these representatives? The ED claims that BRS MLC and daughter of Telangana Chief Minister Chandrashekhar Rao, Kavita Kalvakuntala, was represented by a businessman by the name Arun Ramchandra Pillai. The ED also went on to state that YSRCP MP Srinivasulu Reddy and his son Raghava Reddy were represented by another businessman, Prem Rahul Manduri. But why would Indo Spirits give up such a huge stake to this South group or representatives of South group? The ED insists that this was on the insistence of Vijay Nair, a close aide of Manish Sisodia. Vijay Nair, according to the ED, assured to give Indo Spirits wholesale dealership of one of the largest liquor manufacturing enterprises in the world, Pernod Ricard, and even gave L1 license application to the company on special treatment. The ED in its report has insisted that the South group got 9 zones, got licenses for 9 zones in Delhi, giving it a 30% control over all of Delhi's liquor business. Now, under the new excise policy, no single person was allowed to hold more than 2 zones. Generally, when allegations of corruption is made against a group of people, those involved or those accused in such cases look to disassociate themselves from each other. But look at what Aam Aadmi Party and BRS has done. Quite the opposite. Interestingly, in May 2022, the Aam Aadmi Party, its spokesperson, had referred to Chandrashekhar Rao as Chota Modi, accusing him of being autocratic, dictatorial in his approach to governance. And now, Aam Aadmi Party and BRS are friends. Even as central agencies, the ED and CBI continue to probe their aides, even name leaders of both these parties. BRS and Aam Aadmi Party have put up a show of unity, so much so that Chandrashekhar Rao in Telangana, while holding a huge rally for the BRS in January this year, invited Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal did not just arrive at that venue as Chief Minister of Delhi, he also ensured that another Aam Aadmi Party Chief Minister from Punjab, Bhagwant Mann, came to the event, stood shoulder to shoulder with Chandrashekhar Rao. The message was loud and clear. Both these parties will stay united and take on the BJP that they allege is misusing the central agencies. The BRS rally in January was not the first time that Arvind Kejriwal and Chandrashekhar Rao put up a show of unity. In November last year, when TRS MLAs said that they had captured on camera an attempt by alleged BJP emissaries to poach them, Chandrashekhar Rao held a press conference where he went all out against the BJP, against Prime Minister Narendra Modi, also the BJP's organizing secretary BL Santosh. During that press conference, Chandrashekhar Rao categorically stated that similar attempts to poach MLAs were being made by the BJP in Delhi as well, and that he had a conversation with Arvind Kejriwal to flag off that such attempts were being made. Although the ED named Kavita Kalvakuttala officially only in November 2022, way back in August 2022, leaders of the BJP had started dragging her name into this entire controversy, accusing her of being involved in the alleged Delhi liquor policy scam, an allegation that Kavita Kalvakuntala vehemently denied. But the allegations only started building up when the CBI issued a notice to Kavita in December, asking her to appear for questioning in connection with the case. In the meanwhile, by November, Kavita Kalvakuntala also had made a very public statement that the BJP had approached her with a Shinde-like model. Shinde-like model here she was referring to is an example of what has happened in Maharashtra, where the Maha Vikas Aghadi government was broken down as one faction of Shiv Sena led by Eknath Shinde separated from the entire party as a unit and joined hands with the BJP to come to power to form a coalition government. Shiv Sena, Eknath Shinde faction and the BJP government is the incumbent government in Maharashtra. Kavita Kalvakuntala said that the BJP had approached her with a similar proposition and she had rejected the same. Kavita's allegation against the BJP also got strength from similar allegations made by leaders of other political parties that undue influence, whether it was in terms of money, position, power, or threat of cases being probed against leaders, was being used as bait by the BJP to lure MLAs, MLCs, MPs, elected representatives from other parties to the second party. Despite businessmen like Arun Ramchandra Pillai or Abhishek Boinpalli being arrested in connection with the Delhi liquor scam by central agencies said to be close to Kavita Kalvakuntala, despite a former auditor of Kavita Kalvakuntala, Buchi Babu, being arrested by central agencies in the case, the BRS party as a whole has insisted that this is nothing more than intimidation, harassment tactics by the BJP, especially with Telangana set to go to assembly elections in December this year. So, how has this Delhi liquor scam impacted the relationship between BRS and Aam Aadmi Party? Well, naturally, there is this obvious answer that a non BJP, non Congress alliance of parties is coming together, and Chandrashekhar Rao is taking the initiative of bringing various parties on board. And this instance has only pushed these two parties closer. But there is much more. The more the BJP is seen as taking on one single party, one regional party in a specific space, the contest naturally becomes, at least the public debate about the contest naturally becomes about the BJP versus that particular political party, regional political party that the BJP is taking on in that particular state, which essentially means the opportunity or the space for other political players in the state naturally closes down or shuts down, whether it is the case of the Congress in rest of the country or the other regional parties like SAD in Punjab, where Aam Aadmi Party is currently the incumbent government. The scenario that plays out is pretty much similar. Once the BJP pitches itself as a contender, as against another party, the political debate in that particular state soon becomes only about those two parties. When a political sentiment being created is seen as bipolar, it helps the BJP as well as the party that it seems that the BJP is taking on in that particular state. It pitches both these parties directly against each other, pushing all other political players into oblivion, at least in the public eye. For BRS, which is expanding, which is looking to expand its footprint out of Telangana, which wants to be the anchor of non-Congress, non-BJP regional party alliances, at least from the south, at least head the southern leg of this particular attempt. This is a great proposition to be seen as taking on the BJP, the mighty BJP. The BRS is aware that any coercive action against its party leaders, including Kavita Kalvakuntala, will be the last hook it needs to make its poll pitch in Telangana much stronger. For Chandrashekhar Rao, who's already been in office for 2 terms, this is a very crucial election, and the narrative of him being a strong man taking on the BJP works very well for the BRS in Telangana as the state heads into assembly elections. Both the BRS and the Aam Aadmi Party have chosen defiance as their tool and have decided to take on the BJP. It only makes their position stronger in their respective states. Thank you for watching this episode of State of Play. We'll keep a close eye on how this particular issue develops and keep you updated on the same. Thank you for watching.